Okay, I'm back. Yeah, it's been a while and I'm not just doing history anymore. I don't even know if I'll have time for history, but right now I'm gonna focus on biology because, yeah, biology's fun. Okay, so metabolism is is chapter 6 in the AP biology textbook, is metabolism and energy. So I'm gonna start with chapter 6 because that's where I am in the class. Okay, so metabolism. All organisms need energy to undergo cellular activity. Metabolism is the process by which energy is created for this purpose. In other words, metabolism is a series of steps that allows an organism to use chemical energy stored within molecular bonds and use it for cellular functions. Plants are also able to obtain energy through photosynthesis, while animals rely on food. Metabolism does not only include the breaking down of molecules for energy. However, it's also the construction of molecules. Metabolism is basically how energy is used throughout an organism. As a result, there are two different types of metabolic pathways: catabolism and anabolism. Catabolism is the process in which molecules are broken down, releasing energy, while anabolism is the exact opposite, the forming of new molecules. Anabolism also requires energy, while catabolism makes it. Two examples of anabolic pathways are the synthesis of sugar from CO2 and the synthesizing of proteins from amino acids. Anabolic processes are essential to the survival of a cell and are constantly occurring. Let me just show you a diagram behind me. So we're looking at anabolism, which is the second one. So yeah, as you can see, anabolism is the synthesis in living organisms of more complex substances from simpler ones. Okay, so you see the kind of four separate circles. In my artistic mind, those are simpler molecules combined with energy to create the kind of combined circle thing, which is in my mind a complex molecule. So that's a very simple diagram of what anabolism looks like. Now for catabolism. Catabolic. Catabolic pathways involve the breakdown of complex molecules into simpler ones, resulting in the release of chemical energy stored between the bonds. An example of catabolic pathways is the production of ATP and the degradation of lipids to release energy. So I'm going to show you the catabolism diagram behind me. So yeah, as you can see once again from the diagram, catabolism is the breaking down of living organisms of more complex structures into simpler ones with the release of energy. So as you know from before, the balls smushed together, or the circles smushed together, are complex organisms, and those are broken down into energy and a bunch of simpler ones. So yeah, that's it. Go catabolism. I hope that makes sense. I know I'm a visual learner, so these things really help me. So carbohydrates is one of the major forms of energy for both plants and animals. Plants store carbohydrates in polysaccharide chains called starch, while animals store them in glycogen. Since these chains are so long, they have the ability to store lots of energy. The metabolism of monosaccharides slash simple sugars, they're basically the same thing. Well, they are the same thing. One's just a scientific word and one's, a non-scientific word. Can produce energy for the cell to use. For example, glucose is broken down through a complex series of chemical reactions. Breaking these bonds create energy, and which is used to make ATP. This process is known as cellular respiration, which we'll talk about in the next video, which I'll probably be making soon. Like, not tomorrow, probably the day after. Today's Friday, so probably Sunday. Yeah, well, you get the gist, but that's it. That is all of everything that you need to know in Chapter 6, Section 1.